episode of the Preview Review Show. I'm your host, Lonnie Johnson, and today I'm joined with not one, not two, but three guest hosts. We've got Tara Linnan, Andrew Kurcan, and Rebekah Johnson. Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Hello. How's it going?
All right, so on the Preview Review Show, what we do is we look at previews of movies that are coming out in the theater or even online and let you know how we feel about them. We give them a rating of 5 stars, how everything's going to go on Rotten Tomatoes, and then where to watch them. This is just so you can get your own honest review from us about what's coming out in the near future. Now, if you could do us a favor, please click on the subscribe, ring that bell so you know when we're doing something, and it'll help us get our numbers up and keep this show going. It really does help out. And with that, let's get a small word from our sponsor before we start into our first movie.
I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Sal Baltimore, a premium watch company that is proudly designed and assembled in Baltimore, Maryland, my home state. With attention to detail and quality in every design that pays tribute to the city of Baltimore and its people. A watch you can be proud to wear every day. I myself own the Founders Edition and love to show it off. Go check them out at salbaltimore.com.
And let's roll into our first movie, Horizon Line.
True love. That's a gift unlike any other. It's all scary until you just do it. So why not just do it? This is your captain welcoming you to Wyman Air Flight 227. You remember those lessons I used to give you? You ready to give it a go? Make sure that the horizon stays level right here. I'm gonna turn off the autopilot. Look, Ma.
He's having a heart attack. It's okay. It's okay. Put us down. We have no pilot. The autopilot's broken. We have no idea where we are.
Neither of us can land a plane.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? This is a distress call.
227, come in.
This is 227.
You still got her in the air, so keep doing what you're doing.
Holy shit, look at that.
I see the storm.
It's too big to go around. You're gonna have to play through it.
That's our shot.
No going back.
Let's get off this plane.
And that is the movie Horizon Line. This is what I would call one of those must-have life lesson movies of how to survive as a human being. I do believe that everyone should learn the basics of how to fly an airplane. I don't care if you're afraid to fly. I don't care if you've been in some kind of traumatic distress. You should learn the basics of what it is, just in case that happens. Someone had a heart attack, and now you need to learn how to at least crash the plane so you can live. I like the premise of this movie, this preview. It's not typically one of those previews or movies that I would go see just because of it, but it actually is. It's one of those movies that precautionary tale of what you should do in life, and it makes me want to go see if it's up to snuff about what you're supposed to do in those situations, because I've been in aviation and I want to know if they keep with the realism of it or if they completely like tell lies and be like, oh yeah, this button does this and it makes you what? No, I actually am interested in seeing this movie, even though it's out of the normal movies I would watch of action, sci-fi, and fantasy. This is one of those realism ones that really oddly draws me in. And with that, I'm going to pass it off to first-time guest host Andrew Kurcan to give us his spiel on how he feels about this preview.
All right, so I'm not gonna lie. This looks like one of those movies that I'm going to love to hate. I'm going to be screaming at the television the entire time. I'm not going to go see it in the theater. I'm going to wait for it to come out on streaming because absolutely not. And that's COVID aside. I'm not putting pants on for this.
No pants whatsoever.
It's cable.
I looked at it. I'm watching it first. The first thoughts out of, and of course, talking about the preview, right? Not the full movie. Is this Lost 2.0? Is this the Blue Lagoon? What am I watching here? Okay, like we start with the plane crash, and then we're in a flashback already. Save that for the movie. And I see it. I do understand what you're saying, Lonnie, and I'm there with you. Like you should have some basic things that you should know. I don't know, but I kind of think that if I was in that situation, just watching the preview, I'm like, what about flying low, reducing speed, jumping out if you're going to bail out? Why are we bailing out like at
Exactly.
height? I don't get it. The only option is to go through the storm. Come on, is a speed. I
gotta get on that bus.
You gotta get. Yeah, you get on the bus.
Lots of questions here. The cast, I mean, looking at them, like, Allison Williams, Keith David, Alexander Draymond, sure, yes, that should be good. Like the acting will probably be good, but watching it, I'm just kind of like, how many substances do I need to enjoy this? And when should my schedule accommodate that? So, I mean, for me, rating wise, are we at the rating wise yet? Stop me if we're not.
Not yet, no.
I'm going to shut up then. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to hand it off to the next.
All right, with that, let's go to Rebekah. Rebekah, tell us how you feel.
No, this is a no for me. I just don't know what that preview is about. Like, is it a love story? Like, it starts off with this, like, love is the thing you got to go for, like, give it your all. And then we're flying and there's a hint of like past flying lessons with some dude, like, is she adopted? Like, I don't know what's going on here. And then it's got a very, what is that, 2012? What are all those like disaster movies, San Andreas, all that crap I refuse to watch? This is the same kind of vibe for me, only like version of those. So like, it just feels like Melrose Place meets disaster movie, and I'm just not in for it.
All right.
It looks like an Asylum ripoff, like the Asylum group of films, which I love, but there's a time and a place for this.
All right, so let's hear from Tara. What do you believe?
I'm in the same boat as Rebekah is in. You watch the preview and you're like, oh, okay, so it's a beach movie, yay. And then they're in a plane and it's like, the plane's going to crash, or is it not? He has a heart attack. Is he dead? What's happening? Is this supernatural? Because the preview, it tells you that it's the people that made Cloverfield Lane. So I'm getting hyped up. Is this like a paranormal super, like, are they in the Bermuda Triangle? Where are they? And then it's like the love shit and all that other the preview does not tell the story of the movie whatsoever. And it's just wah. But Alexander Draymond's in there, Uhtred son of Uhtred. And you're hoping that he gets to crack some skulls, hopefully, but the preview just leaves you kind of going, what is this?
Monster in Cloverfield, actually, where you're like, what is this?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, is it an extension of the universe? Because that could be something crazy then. If that's hidden in there, I mean, that might be something that could be redeeming.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying about this preview. It's mysterious enough that you're like, what is going on? And you I kind of do want to see it, because I'm like, well, I want to know more, tell us more. So I get everyone else is feeling like it's not interesting as in itself, but it's interesting on where it's going for me. I want to know, did they throw the original pilot out the plane, or is he just out cold in the back of the plane still? Because those two didn't get up there by themselves.
To me, it feels like a direct-to-DVD release type of movie. And
with that, Tara, just go ahead and give us you start off with the grades, Tara. So tell us what you think. Give us that 1 to 5. Tell us how you think it's going to do on Rotten Tomatoes, and then sound it up on where you're going to watch this.
Okay, 1 to 5. So I would give it a 2. And the only reason it's 2 is for the eye candy of the actors and actresses, and also Keith David, because that man is amazing, and everything he touches is either amazingly awful, awfully amazing, and there's no in between. Rotten Tomatoes is probably going to give it like 30-ish, 40-ish. I'll go low with this one because, again, expectations aren't high. And where would I watch it? I probably will never watch it But again, because I like the lead actor in there and I want to see him in more movies, I will give it a thumbs up on Netflix, so it encourages his career pathing. But again, this would probably be one that sits on the back of the shelf forever.
Copy that. Rebekah, why don't you go next?
I'm with Tara. This is a 2-star review for me. It's not intriguing, actually. Like, it seems very formulaic for me. So if there was a mystery, they hit it so well, I can't find it. I think Rotten Tomatoes will not be kind to this movie either. Full green splatter, like 25-30%. And this is also probably a never watch for me unless we want something to laugh at. Like, we're going to pop some popcorn and we're going to have a good cheesy time, like maybe with some wine or some other alcohol. And it's definitely a stream at home if I ever watch it. This is not something I'm going to spend money on.
Copy that. Andrew, wrap it up for us on the grades on this one.
Yeah, I gotta fall in line here. I'm thinking a solid 2. It's like the more that I think about what we just saw, it looks like a Robot Chicken sketch, which would be amazing. And I'm sure there in Vegas, especially, there are enough edibles and liquids that can help get me there. But it would be an occasional maybe. Like if I see it pop up in my feed on Netflix, heck yes. But otherwise, I'm not gonna make a point of seeing it.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess I'll finish it with my grades being the odd man out. I'm gonna give it a 3 because yes, it's shot well, and cinematography things for me. The idea of the aviation aspect is gonna always hit home for me. Reason why it's gonna get a 3. The story itself is slightly compelling that it will drag me to watch it and want to see what's going on. Rotten Tomatoes. For me, this is going to be odd. I'm actually going to give it a low 40%. For me, a low 40%, because I think no one's going to really hear about it. I don't think it's going to get out enough. I think it's going to not really appeal to people and get that low 40%. And then when and where I'll watch it, I am not spending money on this one. Hell no. Yeah, this is definitely, I saw that it popped up on Hulu or Netflix, and I got nothing going on. And like you said, eating some popcorn, having to laugh at it because this doesn't really actually happen. And, with those grades, who knows what's going on. But I want to thank all 3 of you for being here today, for helping us with the preview review show. It's great that you're able to join us. And I hope you watching come back. Remember, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and look forward to watching the next preview review show with us. And who knows, maybe even you will join us on the preview review show. Thank you. Have a good day.